Hey, how you doing?
What is going on, guys? Hopefully you're having a great weekend. I'm filming this video 1 week in advance, so hopefully I'm having a good weekend right now also. Today I'm setting up a brand new Cake Muscle skateboard. You guys have seen the setup videos before. I'm answering your questions off Instagram. Stay tuned. First question is from Junkyard Baby, and they ask, what cartoons do you or did you watch? I watched cartoons as a kid, not so much now, but there are a few cartoons that I really enjoy watching, and if you're looking for new things to watch, I would highly recommend these three. Number one is a series called Chosen. It was originally on FX. Number two is a series called Unsupervised, and I'm not sure where that came from. And number three is a series called Home Movies, and Home Movies was on Adult Swim, so you guys might be familiar with that. It's Coach McGurk. I'm probably going to get a Home Movies tattoo at some point, but it's a great series. I'll sort of break down each one for you. Home Movies is the story of this kid named Brendan, and he just hangs out with his friends. His friends are really weird, and he's trying to be like a director. So each episode is like a scheme of him trying to film something with his friends, and they get into all sorts of little trouble, and it's just really weird. And it's the voice of Archer, I think, is Coach McGurk. It's fucking hilarious. The other one was Chosen. That's the story of this guy named Chosen. It's spelled with a Z, C-H-O-Z-E-N. It's this guy who spends like 10 years in prison, and he gets out, and he's super gay. He's like a big, burly, gay, buff dude, and he wants to be a rapper. So he's a big, burly, gay, white boy rapper, and it's fucking great. There's a lot of famous voices in that one too. Hannibal Buress plays one of the voices. Method Man plays one of the voices. Michael Pena plays one of the voices. You guys will remember him from, I think he was in one of those 9/11 movies, and he was also in the movie Shooter, and he's also been on The Barracks, where Steve Barrett asked him if he could kickflip, and he did it. So if you guys didn't know that, Michael Pena can kickflip. I think I lost a fucking bolt somewhere. Where the fuck did it go? I had to have said it somewhere. Oh, right there. What was the other video? Unsupervised. That's the story of just these two kids who are like live in a trailer park, and they just get into trouble, and they go to like a shitty public school, and all their friends are just dirtbags. And it reminds me of when I was a kid, because everything is so optimistic. These kids live like the shittiest fucking life ever, but they're so good at like trying to find the best part of their shitty life. Like, oh boy, like we're living in trash, and we have no food, and we have no father and shit, and our mom's addicted to drugs, but hey, look on the bright side. And that's like every episode is them looking on the bright side of some fucked up situation. It's a great cartoon. I highly suggest, if you guys are looking for a new series to watch, I would recommend that. I've tried to watch these new series. I tried to watch like Stranger Things the other day, and it was lame as fuck, because I kind of like the idea of like sci-fi sometimes, when I can sort of see, oh, this could be real. But as soon as you start adding in like magic and magical shit, I'm over it. That's why I've never gotten into Harry Potter. That's why I never got into Stranger Things or any of these other ones where it's like, I don't know, it's too fictional to me. Versus a show like Sons of Anarchy, which was super far-fetched and shit, but I could see a biker gang like getting into these situations. I could see that happening somewhere in America. And I've never watched Breaking Bad, but I'd probably really like it because I'm pretty sure it's about meth, and no one goes, Lingardia Methiosa, and then meth appears. It's probably some guy fucking selling meth. Like, what really happens, only a few miles probably from my house. They used to sell meth out of that house right there. But eventually, one day, they were stealing power from this power line. I called Nevada Power. I snitched. I fucking snitched on them because they keep me up all night selling fucking dope. All fucking hours of the day, it's new people coming up acting fucking weird, being loud. My window is right there. I'm trying to sleep, and I hear these fucking tweakers just clucking around, fiddling, and bullshitting around, laughing, and there's dogs everywhere. And at one point, they stole water from my hose in front of my house, and I went out there. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, oh, my baby's in there. I need to feed the baby. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Why don't you put your child in a place that has water, you fucking horrible mother? In reality, there probably was no kid. It was just, dude, tweakers find a way to lie about everything. If you guys don't live in a big city. Actually, it doesn't even take a big city anymore. You guys could live in a small Midwestern town and there's going to be a huge, probably, heroin problem and meth problem these days. I wonder if my grandparents had to deal with that kind of shit. I wonder what, like, the meth was in, like, the 70s. Was it just coke? Because I could imagine if my neighbors were coke dealers, it wouldn't be that big of a fucking deal. How did we get on this topic? Fuck, what are we doing? We went from cartoons to Breaking Bad to meth talk. Okay, anyways, let's fucking move on to the next question. Next question, CSS Studios says, "Hey Steve, do you have any crazy stories from when you used to work security? Also, I'm moving to Vegas soon. I gotta buy you a beer." You absolutely need to buy me a beer. You know what? You don't have to wait. You can just send money, and then I can buy the beer. How's that sound? By the way, as far as these crazy security stories, I don't know why I'm taking my jacket off, because I'm immediately going to get cold. I share these crazy stories all the time on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle, but I will share a medium story. How's that? I'm not going to share a super cool story, because I save those for when I'm drinking live. That way you know you're getting like an honest story with a little bit of exaggeration, and plus if I'm all drunk, I'm like yelling and throwing shit and being like all active and shit, versus right now I can't tell you a crazy story without being really animated. So here's one I remember. I think I was at Mandalay Bay. It was probably a big event, like a UFC fight or a big show or something like that. I did security for a lot of big names. I did security for Snoop Dogg, I did security for Motley Crue, I did a lot of UFCs, I did a lot of underground, I say underground, but I did a lot of Muay Thai fights that weren't televised, like Full Rules, Muay Thai, and Prim. And then I did security for like shit that I don't really care about. I also did security for like country music award shows and shit like that. Anyways, this was a big show, probably a UFC fight. And people always ask you for little things. Everyone reads, when they read like life hacks in Vegas, give everybody money and they'll give you what you want. Oh god damn it, I dropped a fucking bolt. So a lot of these people, they're not trying to be mean or rude or whatever. They're actually trying to be nice. They'll come up to me and they'll be like, "Get me a good seat. Here's 40 bucks." And I'm like, "Dude, your ticket says your seat on it." And on top of that, I was hired outside of all these venues. I wasn't hired by Mandalay Bay. I was always outsourced for that kind of work, because Mandalay Bay can't have 500 security guards on staff. They can only have, well, I guess they could. Okay, this is not working out, but they don't want to. You guys ready to watch me look retarded? There we go. I'm gonna run into it. Dude, am I blind? It looks like I've hit every single fucking spot. Okay. Up and to the left. Anyways, they're not gonna hire all those people, so they outsource and they pay these guys next to nothing. But then again, I'm super down to get paid $9 an hour when I'm allowed to watch Anderson Silva fight for a fucking championship, you know? That's all good for me. Most people have to pay 80 bucks to watch that, but I get paid to watch it. So, here's what happened. It was a big event. I need to turn my phone off. It was a big event, and it had just ended. And this guy in a tuxedo and this chick with giant fake tits come up to me, and he's like, "Hey, listen, my chick has to use the bathroom, and there's no way we're going to be able to use the bathroom right now. She has to go really bad." And I'm like, "The bathrooms are up the stairs, and they're to the left." And he's like, "No, we need to figure out some other bathrooms to use, because she really has to go right now, and there's no way she's going to be able to use the bathroom with all these people." And I'm like, "Listen, dude, there's nothing I can do. I don't even work here, you know, I'm just here." And he's like, "Listen, I'll give you $100. And I'm like, "I don't even know where the bathroom is for employees. I don't know where these hallways go. All the hallways where the UFC fighters come out of, I don't know where those go, because when I'm doing security, I was never assigned to those areas. I was always assigned to be what they call a roamer, where I just roam around and I carry a radio. And if I see anything weird, I pretty much call for backup." Which is something a lot of people don't know about security, especially outsourced security. I'm not allowed to do anything. And I wouldn't want to anyways. If I see a drunk dude acting weird, I'm not going to go up and grab him and be like, "Hey dude, how much have you had to drink?" I don't fucking care how much you've had to drink. I've been you. I am you most of the time. You know, that's why I don't want to be a cop. Because a cop's job, primarily, is to ruin people's days. A lot of people think the cops are like firefighters, like they go out and they actually like save shit. No, the cop's job, 9 times out of 10, is to fuck up somebody's day, and occasionally, if you're lucky, they get to fuck up somebody's life. I don't want to fucking do that. That sounds horrible. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So I'm like, I don't know where the bathroom is, dude. And he's like, $100. This is a $100 bill. I'll give you $100 just to walk us back there and wander around till we find a bathroom. And then I see my boss, and I'm like, listen, I can't do anything for you, dude. Like, I got a little like more into it, like, hey, can't help you, nothing I can do. You know, because I saw my boss looking at me, and then, you know, he got mad and stormed off or whatever, and that was the end of it. So then my boss comes up and asks me, they were like, what's that all about? Like, what was that guy yelling at you for? And I was like, he was trying to give me money to take him to an employee bathroom. I told him I couldn't do that. And my boss, it was a chick, she was like, how much money was it? And I was like, $100. And she leaned in and she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? $100 fucking dollars? I thought I would have got in trouble. I looked at her, I'm like, dude, I thought you were gonna fire me. I thought that's why you were staring at me. You were gonna make sure I didn't fuck up. Who knows? It could have been a test. And she's like, dude, you're getting paid $9 fucking an hour for $100, dude. Think about it. If I didn't think about things like this at that exact moment, but since then, I've thought about it. If I would have helped that guy, even if I would have gotten fired, it would have almost been like getting 12 hours of severance pay. It would have almost been like, hey, you're getting fired today, but we're gonna throw 12 extra hours at you because he was paying me $100. So if I could go back in time, I would have snatched up that $100. I would have wandered through the hallway, just going through kitchens and going through UFC fucking locker rooms, and I would have found a bathroom, goddammit, and I would have made that $100. And chances are, my boss would have came up and just been like, hey, dude, let me get like 50 bucks. Actually, you know what I would have done? This is like, this is salesman 101, especially when it comes to like jobs like that. They say, how much did that guy give you? You say, 35 bucks. And then they go, you know what, give me 5 bucks. Little do they know you got $100 and you only had to give away 5 bucks. Hey, life hack for you guys. I know that's not really a crazy story, so I suggest you guys follow me on Twitch. Jonah says, what is your diet schedule and training schedule going to look like for Ninja Warrior? By the time you guys watch this, I will have already competed, and I will either have done well or I will have failed, which now I'm really nervous about failing because I've hyped it up so much that now everyone expects me to do good. By the way, that's really annoying too, when people that have no idea what Ninja Warrior is tell me I'm going to do great. I had a guy yesterday, he's like, oh dude, you got it, you'll do great. And I was like, well, we don't get to see the courses until like the day before. And he's like, what do you mean courses? And I'm like, yeah, I have to run through an obstacle course. And he's like, oh, I've never seen the show. And I'm like, why the fuck are you telling me I'm going to do great at something if you don't even know what it is? It's just one of those blind, like, meaningless compliments. Anyways, what am I doing to train? I thought about it. My biggest weakness compared to everybody else is going to be finger strength and finger endurance. So I've been doing a lot of finger movements and forearm movements and stuff like that. I've also been trying to lose weight. Not too much weight, but again, with finger strength and finger endurance, the less weight that my fingers have to hold, I might actually be able to hold on to some of these obstacles for an extra 5 seconds or so. And who knows, that 5 seconds might be all I need to complete the course. As far as all the other movements, like pull-ups and swinging and running and jumping, I feel like I can hang on most of that stuff. Maybe balance. They do have some weird obstacles where you have to jump on like wiggly ropes and shit, and I'm not much of a wiggler. If you didn't know, by the way, Wiggler is one of the enemies in Super Mario 64. Food for thought. As far as diet, I've been not very strict on food. I've just been avoiding fried foods, avoiding junk food like pizza, and avoiding, I mean, I never drank soda, but I have not drinking beer barely at all. I used to drink like probably 5 or 6 beers a day, and I think I've had 4 beers in the past 2 weeks, which is crazy. I'm not saying I haven't been drinking. I've been doing vodka sodas, so mainly just calories are lower, and if my lifestyle doesn't change at all, and my calories drop by half, because if you think about it, I was probably drinking like, dude, I don't even want to think about it. I was probably drinking like 1,500 to 2,500 calories a day, especially on the weekend. On the weekend, dude, I could pound fucking 15 beers. So that being said, I have not jumped on the scale, but that alone, just stopping drinking, should surely have lost me, you know, 3, 4, 5 pounds. They have a formula for it. This is kind of a big deal because now, if I don't make it through qualifiers, I will have done all this in vain. So that's where a lot of the pressure comes from. A lot of the pressure comes from everyone like thinking I can do it and me just being like, well, you guys are just saying this. You guys have never seen me do anything athletic, so enough with the you got it, dude. But on top of that, now I've changed my life for the past 3 weeks, and if I fail now, it's kind of like, dude, what the fuck would it take to pull this off? I have to change my life for 6 months? At that point, the whole Ninja Warrior idea is not going to be fun. I mean, at its simplest idea, I'm jumping on trampolines, climbing on obstacles, swinging on ropes. It's supposed to be fun. So if I have to change my entire life, my entire diet, and do a bunch of yoga and never eat delicious foods again just so I can jump around like a monkey, dude, I don't think that would be worth it. I'm out there to have fun, so there's a lot of pressure on, well, I've changed my life. If this doesn't pay off, then I've missed out on 3 weeks of awesome drinking time with all my friends. Which I guess is not that big of a deal. Again, by the time you guys see this video, I will have already either completed the challenge or I will have failed. So, hopefully, future me. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, future self. If you failed, dude, it's all good. Everyone rooted for you. You tried your best. There was nothing more you could have done. If you made it, future you, then I'm the fucking shit. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Setup is complete. Got these green wheels. Got this Cake Muscle skateboard. You guys can buy one at cakemuscle.com. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell if you have not already. And enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Kuna Matata, bitches.